Go.
Sent 24 fighter jets toward Taiwan in a large display of force Thursday, after the self-governing island announced its intention to join an 11-nation Pacific trade group that China has also applied to join. China's People's Liberation Army flew fighter jets toward Taiwan twice on Thursday, once in the morning with 19 planes, and once in the afternoon with 5 more. Taiwan deployed air patrol forces in response to the Chinese jets and tracked them on its air defense systems, the island's defense ministry said in a statement. The jets' the morning flight, some of which flew in a long L-shaped path, were 12 J-16 and 2 J-11S, as well as bombers and an anti-submarine aircraft. Later in the day, China sent 2 J-16 and J-11 planes as well as an early warning aircraft. China has sent fighter jets toward Taiwan on an almost daily basis this past year. It stepped up its military harassment of the self-ruled island and has sent large displays of fighter jets after political events which it views as interfering with its sovereignty. Taiwan and China split during a civil war in 1949, but China continues to claim Taiwan as part of its territory. Beijing opposes Taiwan's involvement in international organizations. Taiwan announced Thursday that it applied to join the Comprehensive and Progressive Agreement for Trans-Pacific Partnership, setting up another potential clash with Beijing. China's military sent 18 planes toward Taiwan last year when a top U.S. diplomat visited the island and met with officials there. In June, it sent 28 warplanes after leaders of the Group of 7 industrialized nations issued a statement calling for a peaceful resolution of cross-Taiwan Strait issues. Meanwhile, switched to the South China Sea, the head of Pacific Air Forces says 2 Chinese and 1 Russian pilot have engaged in instances of unprofessional flying in the last year. But that's just the tip of the iceberg of the Sino-Russian operations, General Kenneth Wilsbach said at the annual Air Force Association conference today. Those 3 incidents were probably just pilot buffoonery while executing an intercept, Wilsbach said. But what I'll tell you is that there are incidents almost every day. Either Chinese or Russia or both of them intercept one of our platforms that are out flying missions almost every day, and multiple times in a day is not uncommon. The main foundational comment Wilsbach would be that seeing professional aviation by the pilots of the Chinese Air Force, as well as the Russian Air Force. However, when asked if there was evidence that the 2 countries were coordinating their probes of allied and partner extended economic zones or their air defense identification zones, he don't know if they are or if they are not, he said. The US, of course, is not alone in watching the Chinese air and ship incursions. Japan's recently released Defense White Paper warned that China's overflights and naval incursions have become a matter of grave concern to the region, including Japan and the international community, one which will require new capabilities and doctrine to counter. The other news Wilsbach made was about India's coming purchase of Russia's S-400, considered by many to be the world's best air defense system but one which may come with major political headaches for any U.S. partner or ally who considers it. He said he had no objections to India buying the system in the current environment. And this is a big but, he said India's action will perhaps affect a future purchase by India, if they were interested in purchasing other defense equipment from US. But that's out of he lane, and he don't really talk about that, because it's tomorrow stuff. From the context of his remarks, it was clear Wilsbach was signaling to India that any hope of buying the F-35 would face serious obstacles from US officials concerned that Russia could gain crucial information about the F-35's capabilities and weaknesses, should it share airspace with the S-400. Turkey was famously thrown out of the F-35 program because of its S-400 procurement, of which it was a partner and from which it stood to make considerable economic gains.